everybody, and welcome to another episode of this campaign we still haven't named. We're just calling it Pirates. It's fine. I am Dragon, and I'm not hosting today, so I'm gonna let Nick do the intro. Nick.
Hi, I'm Dave. Hi, I'm Nick. I'm the game master for today. I am also in control of the stream. I am sitting behind the stream box today. But we're still on Dragon's channel. My hair is a little bit of a mess because I forgot to do anything with it. There we go, fixed. Yeah, that's it. Hi.
He also plays the character Tiger's Eye.
That's true. And a lot of characters today.
And a lot of characters today. Alright. I guess I will go next. I already kind of introduced myself. I'm Dragon. I play Sandra, our tiefling rogue, with some big board energy, and by big board energy, I mean she sleeps with everyone.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true, Sandra do.
I'm Gabe. I am playing the halfling wizard. End of list.
What's a fun fact about Lopin?
Wait, none of us have done fun facts yet. Well, I guess Sandra kinda did.
I'm pretty sure that one was already done, though. Does it count?
It was pretty well established, but I don't think Gabe has ever given us a fun fact about Lopin.
Sure, I have. Don't worry about it.
He's a little man. He's only small.
Fun fact about Lopin is he is very short. Thanks, Nick.
He has,
Baffling.
he has embarrassingly thin foot hair for a halfling. He actually gets foot hair weaves so that the other halflings don't make.
I choose to believe that.
I'm not
Done.
convinced that's even a thing D&D halflings care about.
Hi everyone, I'm Marina. My voice changes pretty much every single session, but we'll fix it. We'll figure it out eventually. Other than that, I am the group artificer and researcher, and I know pretty much everything. And fun fact about me, the one thing I don't know is how to make jewelry. I tried to do it once, and it was the most obnoxious thing I ever tried. I will never do it again.
She's also our healer because none of us actually statted up real healers.
As one heal spot. Another fun fact about Marina. This one's a bonus fact for our Patreon viewers.
So you?
There is an artificer subclass that does in fact make your artificer more of a healer, and I did not take that.
It's true.
Listen,
In
we're in
combat
server
healing is
full of
really
support
weak.
mains, and none of us rolled a healer.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I play Keith. He's a Warforged pugilist, metal punchy. And fact about him, he actually holds kind of a deep-seated hatred for traditional mages. He'll look the other way of wizards who are like, you know, pirates and whatnot, because usually they don't fit the traditional stereotype. But if he sees a wizard in full-blown robes and, like, you know, weird
Is it
arcane...
possible, that Keith thinks that if a wizard is not wearing a blue robe and a wizard hat with celestial patterns on it, that they are not a wizard?
I think it's not only possible, it's
Absolutely.
probable.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Although the wizards that he has beef with do specifically wear red robes.
Fair.
But
Oh god, the red robes are here.
any robes, really.
Oh, really? They're a problem.
That, like, he's at least pretty sus.
Time to establish that Lopin spends all his time in a bathrobe.
It's just more comfortable.
I don't know. I could see that. That's canon
That's
now.
big
Yeah, that's
halfling
canon
energy.
And
That is
any
very interesting.
fan art of Lopin must draw him in a bathrobe. Alright, so, last time on D&D,
Dun 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 dun.
Marina had found some books in the undercaverns of New Stash and was furiously working to learn all she could from them while everyone else was having a good time and partying because Marina is a bookworm.
You can say nerd. It's okay. She takes pride in it.
She is a massive fucking nerd. Also, I just like the term bookworm.
She's a nerd worm.
She is a nerd worm.
She's
Is that
a
a
book
variant
nerd.
of earthworm?
They call me Dr.
No,
Worm.
it's the bookworm's even nerdier cousin. So she, after talking with Click and assumedly someone else, got approval to pay the team to send them into the lab of Gabrielis Roach, who is a renowned inventor and sex toy designer, as Sandra was very happy to point out. There were some puzzles, which at first weren't all that hard. There were some wharf rats that Sandra put in her backpack because she wants a pet. Then there were metal birds.
Kidnap wharf rat babies. The mom too. It's fine.
They
I
kidnapped
did
the whole
not kidnap-
family.
I kidnapped the whole family. It's fine. This is fine. It's fine.
Something adult napping.
There were some metal birds that we fought. Then there was a puzzle room which was harder than it needed to be because we accidentally broke sequence, and we are dumb.
Accidentally.
That was entirely intentional.
Yeah. And broke, and then we found some cool stuff, including Sandra found a legendary artifact because there was some miscommunication about.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We can have a legendary artifact at level 3. Why can't we? This is our game.
It's our time. Our time right now.
Yeah. Oh no, that was gonna be my fun fact for Sandra for the
now.
week.
She's
She
a gooey.
she absolutely believes she's the main character of life.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Fair enough.
And these sessions have done nothing to discourage that belief. And then after we also found a decanter of endless water, and some potions and a haversack.
Yeah, nothing.
To be fair, the
And a lot
haversack
of
is
books-
Tiger's Eye's magical item now. It belongs to him.
Yeah. And we also found some more deactivated fixed spiders and a lot of books from Marina. Sandra just sort of shoved all the books in the haversack and was like, "Here you go, Marina."
Which Marina has probably deciphered and figured out,
Yeah.
but DM DJ has not.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back. Give me one second.
And after that, and getting the wharf rats set up in like a little like nesting box cage thing, Sandra decided to go back to Margarita Isle to hit on flames. Fail horribly at a
That
pickup
went
line,
Very well.
but still get laid. And that's where we left off.
He found your utter inability to flirt super charming.
He had a quote.
That might just be the DM's inability to separate Sandra from Dragon, though.
So since last time, y'all have been sort of just in Noosa Stash being. You managed
How long
to
have we been in New Stash?
a couple days. You managed to find a cage for the wharf rats, and also convinced the captain to let you keep that cage on the ship. He.
How about Tat? Tat.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, the large size
What in
taxiderm.
particular about Tat? Like keeping him on the ship? I
Yeah.
mean,
He's part of the crew now.
yeah, the captain. If he's willing to work, the captain will just give him a bed.
He hunts the wild wharf rats.
I mean, to be fair, like Tat probably could get a home in the city, I suppose.
Yeah.
Tat can be our fisher. Like Tat can just like if we could teach Tat to swim, and Tat can like dive in the water and catch fish for us.
Fair enough.
I don't.
I think we already have fishers.
True.
We also really need to make sure that Tat consents to that.
So,
I just think it'd be really cool.
in any case, but also, Sandra, doing nothing to help this main character thing, has been fiddling with this deck of cards that she found, because obviously she knows that it's like massive. There's something going on with this. However, all that she has found out about it is that it requires attunement, which I assume you have done.
Oh yeah.
And it is magical. You have not, as yet, been able to do anything with it that are outside the bounds of cartomancy, which is just making the edges of the card real sharp when you throw them.
Also, the guidance cantrip.
Oh yeah, yes. Though that is less to do with the deck itself and more to do with
and
the
more to do
study.
with cartomancy.
Yes, the study of the magic surrounding the concept
Yeah.
of using the deck, which you have been doing. However, the deck has not done anything that a regular deck of cards wouldn't do, as of yet. So, let's see. Yes. However, as you are settling in to sleep on this night, the coupled night after staying in the city of New Sistash, you begin to have a dream. You are in a large white void. There's nothing here but you. And then suddenly, you hear a voice. Is this the one? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, good. You are awake, or rather asleep. You possess the deck, yes?
Yeah, I did just find, like, a deck. Yeah.
Then you possess me, I suppose. You seem more amicable than the last fellow. So I have decided to say hello to you. Hello.
Hello. I'm Sandra, and you are?
Lovely name, Sandra. Hello. And then suddenly before you appears out of nothing, I was about to say Khajiit, but that's the wrong game. A Tabaxi woman. She is of an average height, and she has a leopard print pattern, and she is standing there before you, and she says, "Hello, my name is Visions of a Sea, but you can call me Vizzy."
That's a pretty name.
Thank you. It is the one that I was born with.
Sandra, do not sleep with the deck of cards.
You're not there. You can't say shit.
Technically, she's already sleeping with the deck of cards.
I don't like this.
What? When is it?
It's. We didn't actually establish. I don't
I
remember
mean,
the calendar. but
nothing you could
San-
say to her is going to make sense, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna say the date that Sandra would know.
So, things have kept ticking then, I suppose. This is good. It has been a while. So, you seem to be a seafarer, yes?
Yeah, I have been at sea pretty much my entire life.
Wonderful. And sea, there is a lot of it now.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And what about land? Where is land? I have not seen much land.
Well, I can draw you a rough world map.
If you could just...
Which
This is your dream. You can... Anything you can imagine, you can make.
Sandra would be very acquainted with maps,
And just...
so
Oh.
she can just like.
Fascinating. Fascinating. This is new. This does match with the seer. This is good. This is good. Well, since you are in possession of what is now me, I suppose it is best if I establish good relation with you. So, I am less capable at the moment than I would say I should be. Things have not been well since, since I am here. Anyhow, I can do a few things still, like this. This is a spell that you maybe have heard of. Where we are? How familiar is Sandra with spells?
Probably fairly familiar.
So you are aware of a spell that is known as Dream. And what the Dream spell does is it allows the caster or their selected messenger to enter into somebody's dream, provided they're on the same plane of existence. Dream is a 5th level illusion spell. It might be 4th level. Anyhow, Dream is a 5th level illusion, 5th or 4th level illusion spell.
Yeah.
And I can do a few other things. I think probably maybe I can be seen out there, maybe. But
5th.
thank you. But I offer you a deal. Yes? You seem a deal type. You look like the beings with whom I
Yeah.
make deals in pest.
Yeah, I'm always up for a deal depending on the terms.
The deal is rather simple. You fare sea, yes? You go.
Yes. Yeah,
I need
the sailing master on a ship currently, actually.
I need to go. Everywhere.
Weird flex, but okay.
I need to see as much of this world as I can see.
Fair enough.
And as long as you help me to see the world, I will provide you what power I can.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I will give you back your dream. Sleep well. And hopefully tomorrow we explore. And then she vanishes. And the rest of the night passes as any night would. You sleep. And when you wake up, you remember that dream. And you remember most of your dreams. Keen Mind makes it so that most of your dreams you remember.
Yeah.
But you remember that one particularly vividly. You remember it as if it happened.
Huh.
This side note is just an after effect of the dream spell. You remember the dream when you wake up. Anyway,
Yeah.
So,
So are we in our room, like in the new ship? Well, the Captain Anthony's old ship, but new for like most of
yes,
Okay.
the captain's original ship has been repaired, and you have all been shown to your crew quarters in it, and they're pretty similar to before.
Yeah.
And on this day, this morning, you hear the captain's summoning bell.
Okay. Before we do that, I do want to make note that when Sandra hasn't had active duties, she's been splitting her time between trying to build up a bond with the wharf rats and investigating her deck.
Oh, by the way,
And-
that deck is counts as a +1 magic item now.
Nice.
Also, I want to note that, as long as Taz is cool with it, or Tat, I've been calling them Taz. As long as Tat is cool with it, Marina has been learning to ride them.
I mean, both of you roll animal handling.
Sandra's also been asking around, seeing if anyone knows how to fix them. 11.
The rats are still pretty pissed at the fact that they've been kidnapped, but they're not actively attacking you anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
Do I get a roll advantage because they like me?
Sure.
What?
Thanks. I still only got a 12.
All right. I mean, Tat has proven pretty difficult to ride, really more so uncomfortable, and you're having a very difficult time figuring out how to comfortably use Tat as a mount. Um, but they seem fairly disaffected with your attempts, at the very least.
I think the better thing my character would probably be doing is creating an efficient saddle.
It's been like a day, and you've been very, very distracted. So maybe, but I don't know.
No. Yeah, not.
I don't know if right
I
now,
don't think
but
it would be ready.
but
Yeah.
also, in terms of getting the wharf rats fixed, you've met with a lot of. If we knew how to do that, you think there'd be so many of them, from people who are not like skilled in animal handling. But you have gotten a lead on that there may be a vet of some sort on this in the city.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it's the morning, and you all hear the captain's summoning bell, which, as you would know by now, is to summon everyone for a meeting.
Sandra's gonna like saunter in, as is her default mode of movement.
Transportation.
I'm
I
gonna
ride my saunter.
show
Sorry.
up and then immediately start ritualistically casting comprehend languages
Fair.
because he is going to be cursing.
That is true.
Languages I don't know.
I will also show up.
I mean, I'll show up. I'm probably poring over my saddle notes, so.
Right. All right. So once everybody is at the meeting, the captain looks around and says, "All right, we've got a new task from the powers that be. We're on a retrieval, everybody." And everybody who has been on the ship for an extended period of time just sort of... there's mixed reactions. Some of them seem pretty excited. Some of them are, like, sighing. And don't worry. It's been as confirmed as anything that the thing we're going to get is actually probably there. Or at least was the last time anyone knew anything. We are in need of some magic. I didn't care to ask them what it did, the thing that we're looking for. So we'll call it a MacGuffin. But this magical mystery MacGuffin is on an island that is yet to be charted. For good reason. It's in the inhospitable zone, which I suppose we are also in. But it is outside of the realm of any creatures that we have thus far charted. It is also fairly new, in the sense that there wasn't land there some amount of years ago. There wasn't land anywhere down there some amount of years ago. But now there is. So, we are going to retrieve some things from this place. Any questions?
Why are you Obama?
Nope. Obama would be more like this. This is more of a Ron Swanson. I mean, it's not like an exact Ron Swanson, of course.
It actually sounds more like Mal, or not Mal, the character Mal, but in Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Vlog.
Oh,
Captain
right,
Hammer.
yes. The hammer is my penis. Anyhow. Moving on. Any questions? Anyone?
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to know what kind of magic we're looking for.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So, I mean, I can tell you what the thing is that we're looking for.
Yes.
It's like, oh, goodness, this is difficult to explain. So, It's
You don't actually have to. I was just being an ass.
no. I mean, you need to know what the actual thing is that you're looking for. I'm just trying to remember exactly how to. So, it's like, we have guns now, and they call them
Particularly?
guns. Yeah, they're pretty new. So, they're like this, and he pulls out his captain's blunderbuss. This is a gun, and they're pretty new, or so we thought, because nobody has used anything. Nobody knew about this kind of technology after the Sundering happened. But if I'm understanding this correctly, there are pre-Sundering guns and probably various other magic artifacts of that nature on the island which we are being sent to investigate.
Would I know if guns are actually magic?
You would know that the captain's blunderbuss is magic, the one that he's holding in front of you, because you've seen him use it. You would also know that not all guns are magic, and you would believe that most people in this room do know that not all guns are magic.
Well, Marina's excited.
When are we shipping out? Immediately? Tomorrow?
As soon as we can was the orders. Because Noosa Stash is heading out of Old Jack's Grin because this place is terrifying.
Fair enough.
But it's
do we
also
have some
closer
time
to
to-
where we're going, so.
Do we have some time to wrap up a couple quick errands?
You have... We'll leave in the morning.
Okay. Plenty of time.
Yeah, you've got a day.
What Sandra means is, does she have time to go sleep with one last person?
You realize you're taking the town with you.
No, we're going on just the
No.
captain's ship.
Yeah. What Sandra actually meant is because I think Nick mentioned there was she had a possible lead on a veterinarian in
Yes.
town,
Yes, this is true.
and she wanted to go check that out before she left.
Anyhow, dismissed. Go, leave.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Marina definitely isn't leaving, mostly because she's very into her work.
Yeah. Sandra's gonna go track down that lead.
Cool. Roll an investigation check.
Investigation 12.
12. Alright, well, I mean, you get more sources. You have a better sense of where people who know these kinds of things might be. But you get a sense from the fact that you know Marina that the kinds of people who know about this kind of thing are flaky at best. And it's pretty difficult to track down this like hybrid vet, unfortunately.
I like how Marina is now the standard of people who know things.
So I'm not gonna be able to do it on this visit.
Hybrid science.
Or is it just gonna take like all day?
I mean, you haven't found any. You get the sense that either the person that you were looking for is busy, or they are distracted, or they are not currently on the island, or on the city rather.
Because that's all Sandra really wanted to do for the day was track them down.
Anyone else have any errands to run on Noosa Stash?
Probably.
Do I
not.
notice her leaving?
Probably.
She's
Yeah,
just
she's
sort of
just
walked
walking
off
out.
the ship.
Can I give her a hand?
Sure.
Do I roll my own investigation? Or am I giving
I
her
mean,
advantage?
it's up
Please
to the
do.
two. It's between the two of you.
Please do.
Do what? Which one?
Roll your own.
All right.
Dragon's like, my dice and I are having words right now.
Well, I'm assuming as the wizard, he probably has a better int mod than +0.
Yeah. So an investigation from Lopin.
I got a 19.
19. Okay, you are fully confident that the vet, or well, the hybrid vet. There are like vets for like cats and shit. But the vet who knows how to deal with hybrid animals is currently in Prague-Prus.
What's up, kiddo?
Prague Cruise, you said.
Yeah, can you turn
Yes.
off what's on the TV?
I'm assuming I need to go to the global map in order to point at.
Yeah, I mean, you mostly... Sandra is from closer to Prague-Prus, so she probably knows of it. I mean, you all probably know of it. It's a major nation, but, like...
Have you heard of Australia?
It's,
Just, kinda sorta not in this small no man's zone.
Yeah, it's, The captain did not tell y'all where you're going, so I can't tell you if it's any closer to Prague-Prus. So yeah. Anyhow. Any other errands? Ryan is
I'm
muted.
just working on my saddle.
Right. So, before you ship out, the captain is on the ship with the Tatzel worm and is just staring him down. And is anyone near the Tatzel worm, I suppose? Does anyone want to be here?
Probably me.
Cool. So, yeah. He's just staring down Tat, and... So, why is the big snake thing on the ship again?
Oh, that's my best friend.
And does he do anything useful?
He catches rats.
That could matter.
He's thinking of what Sandra's keeping in her room.
And does he want to leave the city?
He likes to come with me.
Okay. Welcome aboard.
Actually, I'm
Snake
probably
thing.
saying they like to come with me because the little thing is probably on
Yeah.
top.
Does the captain notice the tiny death shroud?
Yes. And the animated hand?
Oh, that's my best friend's best friend. And this is his boyfriend.
I was thinking
yeah,
the exact same thing.
That's why I stepped up. Okay. So there's just an animated hand wearing sackcloth on my ship now.
Don't worry. They're really good at helping me get into the tight places when I'm trying to work on the engines.
I've seen weirder things. Alright.
Oh, before I come back to the ship, though, I want to pick up some nice meats and stuff for my wharf rats.
20 gold.
For my friends.
I assume you're A, getting nice meats, and B, you want them to last the journey.
Yes.
Then 20 gold. Yeah. Anyhow.
I'm just gonna put it in other possessions because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. Just enough meat for a journey. Enough meat for a family of wharf rats for a journey.
Let's put meat for wharf rats.
Party is upsetting.
Oh no. Okay, so ship out time.
Ship out time.
For the purposes of expediency, the trip to the island is fairly uneventful.
And I'm back.
Ugh. And I just rolled your lookout's perception check to see if they noticed anything interesting, and they rolled a natural 6. So, Squallow
Nope.
is
Yes.
not doing great.
They noticed
Marina's
a
asking
really
Squallow
interesting
questions.
fish that's all glitterly and is following the ship the whole way.
That
Marina's
is the only
asking
thing they
Squallow
say.
questions.
Yes, Squallow is very distracted, and his lookouting is not going well. So, the trip is fairly uneventful. The island, I will put the... Actually, putting the, like, map on Roll20 would be a pain in the ass, because it's real big. It's a real big file. Like, real big. But the island is almost due south of where Noosa Stash was. But it's also to the towards New York, the east.
It's northeast for you.
Yeah, well, east was the direction that I was referring to specifically. Towards New York is east, towards California is west, and those are the synonyms that I care about.
You don't want to go to south northeast.
Anyhow, so you're going south by southeast, and eventually you pass no notable land masses on your journey. I mean, there's maybe like a tiny island here and there, but none of it is of any particular interest. But you arrive on the island, and you know it's the island because the magic map says it's the island. And you're there now. It's an island.
Wow, a magic map.
We take the magic map out of the city?
The magic map is on the ship. Well, yeah, every ship's captain who is sanctioned by Noosa Stash has a magic map, so that they can get back to Noosa Stash. But also, this is some inner workings of Noosa Stash stuff that I probably intended to tell you earlier, and that Marina would know, I suppose, because she's been in with the science on Noosa Stash. Noosa Stash, part of their research crew, what they do is they try to find forgotten passcodes for Magic Map. And this journey is one of those passcodes.
It's entirely possible that's the reason that you guys got paid last week.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense, actually, now I think about it.
Along the way, Sandra's gonna be like seeing if she can like contact Vizzy at all, and
Oh yeah. So what's the first thing that she tries in an attempt to contact Vizzy?
the first thing she tries is taking a nap.
No interaction is forthcoming.
The second thing she tries is just like sitting and concentrating on the deck.
Why are you staring at me?
Oh, cool. I can contact you this way.
I can just talk.
You can?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna make things a lot easier. And then she's just gonna like run down like the journey.
Oh,
We're doing a thing.
yes, perfect. So I can only see about from here to there. Roll an intelligence check.
12.
Yeah, I don't know why I had to do that. She's an illusionist. She can cast the minor illusion spell. It's about 100 feet, or it's about 120 feet. But yeah, she can see out to 120 feet. But beyond that, my vision is not. So I need for you to be, for me when we are on the sea, my eyes.
Okay. Do you mean that like literally, or can you like
Just
see through, like, a
describe the
card when
things
they're
to
out?
me.
Al-
That is
Also,
good
the card
question.
I drew. I did that.
I can't. Is that the lovers?
It
God damn it.
is.
I will ask you questions of import. For instance, have we passed any land masses?
At this point, have we passed any land masses?
No. It's been all sea the whole journey.
Not since we left New Sistash, no.
That is interesting.
I mean, there's not a lot of land masses out in this area. It's mostly just open ocean and some small islands dotted about.
That too is interesting. Islands. Many islands, you say?
Yeah.
I suppose
That-
this year was...
That?
Yes. Warren.
Oh, I'm not muted.
Okay, so, this is interesting. And you say we are going to track Sundering is what you have called it.
Yeah.
You say we are going to track things from before the Sundering.
Yeah.
Fascinating, fascinating. Wonderful. Well, I'm going to go back to being mostly asleep. I've been doing it for, if I had to guess, I would say a few thousand years, maybe more. So it has become like nature to me.
Fair enough. Should I wake you up when we get there, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So, largely, Visions of the Sea, I don't know why I'm using her full name, is going to be dormant, she's in a sentient magic item state where she's technically conscious, but
Yeah.
is not, like, active,
Yeah.
which is just a thing with sentient magic items. I mean, not that you would know, this is your first one, but anyhow. You arrive to the island. Squallow shouts, "Land ho! We've made it!" Thank God. You weigh anchor and all that. And this island is small. It's like the ship could sail around the whole thing in an hour.
Oh, and this is, I should have made note of this earlier, but Sandra probably got some, like, disposable wooden objects or something, so the wharf rats would have some chew toys, so they don't chew up her shit.
We'll roll that into the 20 gold you spent earlier.
Yeah.
Also, have I or have I not made a saddle for Taz?
I mean, you're an artillerist at this point?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So Sandra's making sure everything is, like, packed, everything in her room that could get destroyed by the rats is, like, packed up and contained so she can, like, let them out while she's...
Give me an animal handling check.
What is with me and fucking 12s today?
12 total?
Yeah.
Well, the Journal of Gliz Gert has seen better days, but it's still intact.
She's like, that's fine. He's kind of dull.
Also, the wharf rats, the babs are getting bigger.
Sandra is definitely trying to name them.
I'll
All 7 of them.
I'll let you do that on your own time. If there
Like-
is anything I know about picking names during D&D,
Yeah.
it's that it takes several sessions. So, this island is it's fairly small. You would estimate maybe about a mile to a mile and a half in diameter. So for an island, it's pretty small. But it was on the magic map, fortunately. And it is not very forested. There's some shrub here and there. I suppose the main thing that strikes you is that it's not... The shore isn't a proper sandbank. It's made of a different kind of soil. It's made of, like a dirt, like an iron-rich sort of topsoil.
My dumb brain, when you say it's made of a different kind of soil, thinks of like when you've soiled something.
Oh
Gross.
no.
But yeah, it's like in Minecraft it would be a dirt block, is what you're dealing with here. So it's like loamy. And the island, like I said, sparsely vegetated. Given the climate of the area, it doesn't particularly make sense for it to be just grassy, but that's what you're dealing with. And so from the ground, the captain shouts up to Squallow, "Squallow, what are we seeing on the island?" Looks like a bunch of, like, walls? Like, bad, like, blown down walls. There's a big thing. Yeah, big house. Broken, but there. Big house. Wonderful. Alright. Gather around, crew that usually is an away team. Which would be the PCs and a few NPCs. Okay. Here's how we're gonna split this. Newbies, investigate the mansion. Tiger's Eye, go with them. Everybody else, search the island. Move out. The captain is a very matter-of-fact man.
Fair enough.
Newbies, you're the most expendable. Go.
He's also somewhat arbitrary. Like, if he were a Crusader Kings 3 character, he would have the arbitrary trait.
Is that a trait?
Yeah.
What
Yes.
does that do?
It makes you
changes your
arbitrary.
stats, probably.
Yeah.
The child noticed my dice again.
Oh no.
Yeah, it affects some of your things.
The child is, give me the shiny math rocks.
This baby has the funniest fits, honestly. Like,
The child is learning quickly. They desire the shiny math rocks. Excellent.
are you okay? Throwing your head into my face is a bad idea.
Alright. So, like, as we're walking out there, Sandra's, like, kind of playing with the deck a little bit.
Yeah. That is strange. I suppose it is my life.
It's like, oh yeah, guys, this is, Visions of a Sea. She's a tabaxi that lives in my deck, I guess.
Hello. And so before you suddenly there materializes, and I need you all to make wisdom saves.
All of us? Like, including
well,
me?
Yes, including you, actually.
I got a 15.
Cool.
I also got a 15.
I got an 18.
Alright.
The Nick's just like, alright, all of you fail. She now controls
Oh,
permanently. Make new
I got a
character.
9.
cool.
Acceptable.
So, to the majority of you, this is just a tabaxi woman standing before you. They're just a real tabaxi woman, average height, leopard pattern. Sandra, knowing what you know about the fact that she can cast dream spells, and that this is the Arcana Umbra, you work out that this is a major image. This is an illusion of what she once would look like.
Oh,
What about
Also-
I didn't see you there before.
What?
what about the person who failed the wisdom save?
That it was a wisdom save to determine if the major illusion was fake. Because that spell has a built-in wisdom save. So...
Hi, I didn't see you there before.
I was not here before. In fact, I am still not here now. Hello, my name is Visions of a Sea, but you may call me Vizzy.
Oceans of a sea. I like it. Hi, Vizzy. I'm Marina, and this is Tat. Tat is my best friend, and that's their best friend on top. They haven't told me their name.
What are either of those things?
Huh?
What are either of those things?
Oh, so Tat is a giant shark cat and
Dragon cat.
dragon cat, and the thing on top of them is a disembodied hand.
When did the hand I can understand? When did dragons become cats?
Oh yeah, she's like really old. I don't think she hybrid creatures just kind of exist. They're just kind of a thing. Like you saw my little wharf rats. They're like shark rats.
I thought they were just big rats.
No, they're shark rats.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of like specialized breeding back in the day when Noosa Stash was still new. It was like new Noosa Stash, and
So that is
And,
the
yeah.
name of the place that I have been.
yes.
I feel like I knew that.
Wait, how old are you? Did you know the first Stash?
Well, I knew of it. It was not my city, but it was there.
I have so many questions.
And I have very few answers.
She is all the way in this illusion space, by the way.
Physical interactions prove it to be an illusion as they pass right through it.
Okay, to be fair, she never touches anybody. She just gets uncomfortably close.
This is... What is this gnome?
This is just Marina. This is just how she is.
Fascinating. She reminds me something of the Evoker.
Huh. Who's the evoker?
He was one of my comrades. That, of course, is not his name. His name is Highflower. Highflower is his family name. But it is what he preferred to be called. But the Evoker, as I am the illusionist, he was the Evoker.
Can I roll knowledge, whichever knowledge it would be? I don't
It
know
would
if
be a
noble
history
is a
check.
thing. Yeah, can
Uh,
I roll that to see if I know anything of them? Considering
Yeah,
I
you've
am
been
noble?
studying Roche's stuff, so...
Okay, so. Okay, I got a 6. Wait, I got an 8.
You know about as much as she's telling you. She worked... One of her compatriots was the Evoker. And his last name was Highflower, which you would assume is either an elven or half-elven last name.
Highflower. I've never heard that in the normal circles I'm in. I have more questions.
I promise you I have very few answers.
She will always have questions. So
I remember very little. Perhaps one day you will meet the seer, assuming she is still around. The seer, she would have answers.
Do you count as alive?
That is a good question. I do not know.
To be clear, I probably have not realized that she is the deck.
That
So you know.
She was introduced as the deck.
such questions would be for the necromancer, probably. I focus more on appearances.
So what are our punchy boys making of this?
Tiger's Eye is just like, oh, Catwoman. Cool. She sounds
Keith
old.
doesn't really get what's going on, but you know, she's there's another person, and that's fine.
Can I roll to see if I'm familiar with the Dunamancer?
Yeah, give me a history check.
24.
Yeah, you can piece together from what she's saying that you have a vague familiarity with the Nine Mages, as I suppose is their parlance at the time. And you know that they all disappeared, and you know of the Dunamancer, Dunamancer. Hold on, let me remember. There are 9 of them. It's hard to remember which one was which. I remember their schools, obviously, but it's hard to remember which one was which thing. So, the Dunamancer was a male Aarakocra who famously, what is spoken of him by, like, bards is that he, like, slipped the bonds of fate because Aarakocra have an average life expectancy of 30 years, but he got old. And he was a very powerful Dunamancer. That's about all that there really is to know. Well, not necessarily, but that would be of any interest to you. Anywho.
So, would I know if it's possible for a Chronergy mage to, like, beat aging?
Yeah. I mean,
I know druids can do it.
it's, in theory, I have to grab my fucking Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. But yeah, it does strike you as a little bit odd, I suppose, since you are a Chronomancer, that, he is just known as the Dunamancer and not the Graviturge or the Chronomancer. So, given that you know that Time Ravage exists, you can guess that he probably worked out a way to do, like, the opposite of that.
Alright, time to wander into an orphanage, set myself to 30 days after birth, and hope they find me before someone trips on me.
Okay, not that far, but yeah, Time Ravage, like, accelerates time, and you could assume that you could do the not that thing to oneself. Anyhow, so, where are we?
Oh, do I at all know the name of this island, or even if it even has one?
Doesn't have one.
No, I don't. We're on some island. There are a lot of, like, little
Or if
unnamed
it even
islands like this.
exists.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a survey of the different plants of the area.
It's...
Because you said there was some shrubbery and stuff, but not, like, forest.
Yeah, roll, give me a survival check.
Survival?
I mean, or
Okay.
nature if you're so inclined,
Oh.
but I feel like you have a -3 to nature, so...
No. I have a 0 in nature because I'm proficient in it.
Fair.
I have a 2 in survival because I'm not proficient. So that's 14.
14? Yeah, these plants shouldn't be in this climate.
Ooh.
Can I send up my owl to start drawing a rough map of the island?
Absolutely you can, and I'm just gonna say that that's just gonna take a period of time. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it.
Awesome.
So, yes, before you still stands Vizzy, and she walks around and, like, looks around, which Sandra probably knows that she doesn't need to do. Like, this illusory vision does not need to be moving. But she's looking around. Something is not right here. Many things are not right here, but something. This place seems familiar. But not too familiar. But not too not familiar. No.
Nicholas.
Just cut when you're editing, cut after I said familiar.
I am. I'm gonna.
And then put the cutout bit as the opening.
Well, yeah. I'd like to thank John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song. It's a departure off the album Putting the Days to Bed. Anyhow, I'm waiting on Ryan and D to resolve their events in the real world before continuing.
Oh, so session will resume after the baby goes to college?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, 18 years from now.
We're just gonna
Nah,
be on
I've
pause
got
for
the
18
baby.
years.
It's my job to cast sleep on them, so I may be distracted.
Perfect.
Because you have to ritual cast that shit.
I have to ritual cast it. I don't have it prepared. You would think that I would have learned by now, but
You would think.
No, it's racial trait, so you can't have it prepared.
Oh yeah, it's a spell-like ability. But wait,
Oh,
though,
yeah,
then you
okay.
couldn't ritual cast it either, so.
Yeah, racial traits you can. They're like specific ritual casted.
I suppose that is technically true, because like, if you take what the monster manual says about Aarakocra, if you have 5 of them, they can perform a ritual to summon an air elemental. But
that's cool.
Hey guys, do we want to reroll?
Yes. Let's all be Aarakocra.
Anyhow.
Okay, so
Not a
last thing
Pepsi.
I heard was the plants were not the plants that they should be.
Yeah, it's
The,
they don't belong in this
okay.
area.
guys, don't quote me on this, but I don't think these plants are supposed to be able to survive this heat and or cold. My brain was not specific.
You're in a colder band of anyhow. Yes, that does work with my theory. But your leader, your captain, he told you to do something, yes?
Yeah, we're going to investigate the mansion that we're walking towards and have been walking to this entire time. Shush.
We will, I suppose, examine later. Okay, lead the way. And then she vanishes.
Yeah.
Whoa! I have so many more questions.
I still have no answers. That was not out of character. She did say that.
I know.
I'll bet I've got lots of answers. You can ask away.
They're probably wrong, though.
Alright, so
Not guaranteeing they're right.
you approach the manor. And I have notes for this.
Oh.
Nigh alone on an uncharted island amidst what appears to be a small village. By the way, as you were walking up, it looks like you are going through the ruins of a small village. Sits the ruins of this manor. The entire manor seems to be covered, and all of the other buildings and a lot of the ground. Yes?
I'm definitely looking at all of the fucking ruins as we go by, like as much as I'm able to before I'm left behind.
Yeah.
Because
The
super
captain
interested
did
in
like
Marina.
explicitly separate out the two groups so that you would because the other groups are investigating that. Anyhow, but yeah, they're not all that interesting from the few seconds that you see them. But yeah, all of the buildings and a lot of the ground on the island itself is covered in like silver, dusty, it's kind of like cobwebs, but it's definitely not spiderweb. And there are little patches of the same, it looks to be the same stuff, but they're like in colors. They're not just like gray.
Do we know what they are?
Not a clue. Actually, so two things. First of all, are any of you from Kultum?
No.
Where?
Sandra's from around there.
Kultum. It's the island nation, or it's the continent-ish nation in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. It's also where most of the rifts, or it's a nation formed around dimensional rifts.
She's not like specifically from that country because she's not specifically from any country, but
Fair.
she's from that area.
So Sandra, give me a Arcana check.
I cannot find the world map.
Can I use my guidance cantrip to do this?
Yes.
Nice.
Guidance. But yeah, the world map. I don't know if it's
14.
public on the World Anvil. Yeah, you have no idea what this stuff is. I'm just real quick, like, gonna see if I can share the world map with y'all. It's... Actually, I can't, because I can't touch Discord. Because Discord is doing the stream. But, Dragon, if you want to go on the World Anvil and go to the Maps section...
Yeah.
You should be able to link it, hopefully.
Yeah, I got you.
So, anyway, yeah, you have no idea what this stuff is. You just know that some of it is pretty colors.
Not to be that guy, but if I have extensive knowledge of all of the different places, partially because I'm a noble and partially because I study, would I be able to make a roll?
If you've not, have you ever been to Kultum?
I would say probably yes.
In that case, yeah, make me an Arcana check.
Okay, that's a nat 20.
Alright, this seems...
So, 24 altogether.
This stuff, you're not 100% sure what it is, but it feels extra planar.
Okay.
And given that you've been to Kultum, it has vague hints of the rifts in Kultum. Like it has a similar feel, or like arcanely. It doesn't look anything like any of the rifts in Kultum. It doesn't smell like any of the rifts in Kultum, but it has a similar arcane feel.
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is go up and touch it.
Which thing specifically?
Well, the stuff that's on everything that you're talking about.
Are you touching the colored stuff or the gray stuff?
Oh, I see. The gray stuff.
All right. So
And while I do, I'm saying this stuff is literally out of this world.
the gray stuff you kind of can't avoid touching because it's pretty much everywhere. And touching it feels here. That's a bad description, but you feel more like you are where you are than when you're not touching it. You
Okay,
have
I'm
a...
also gonna touch the colorful stuff.
All right. So are you touching any color in particular?
What colors are there?
I mean, there's
Are we talking rainbow?
not really. There's some amber colored stuff, some sapphire, some emerald colored. There's some magenta, some amethyst colored stuff, some stuff that's like a rust color. There's some stuff that's like a very like fiery red, and there's like a ruby red, and there's some stuff that's like a russet brown.
Okay, so 9 things.
Well, I
What's the
listed
second
9,
thing?
but there's a bunch of colors. I think
what's
the
the
second
second
one I
thing you said?
said was emerald.
Okay, emerald it is.
So you're touching the emerald.
Yep.
So as soon as you touch it, you see for like 3 seconds just an endless forest. It's full of like crazy beasts. I mean, they're all animals that exist in this plane, but there's a lot of them. Some of them are real big, and they are just walking around.
Okay. So, I'm assuming Marina would guess that these show insight into other planes. Can I roll to see if that's correct?
Yeah, give me another Arcana check.
Oh. That is 19.
So with a 19 with this, and combined with what you rolled before, you have heard of these things called color pools, which exist solely in the ethereal plane. Yes. And in the ethereal plane, they are just like two-dimensional circles of color. And they are portals to other dimensions, or other planes. You get a sense that this dust is in some way like, it's like residual of a color pool.
Okay. I explain that in even more a confusing way
Oh.
than you do to the rest of the party.
Like, sort of run my hand over like the fiery red one.
That's fun. That's very fun.
Oh,
So what you see is, let me make sure that I'm recalling this correctly. Yes, you see all kinds of mechanical beings, just creatures of various geometric shapes with faces, acting in a clockwork manner. They all seem very set in whatever tasks they are doing.
I'd like
Okay.
to.
Marin, I found one you'd be interested in.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Lupin?
I want to touch the brown one.
The russet brown one?
E.
Oh boy. Hold on. Where is... Does it not... Damn it, I'm having a hard time remembering which things are which. Let me get a quick... What you see is just like lava and flames and people being tormented by devils.
Okay, maybe before we touch any more of these.
Also,
can
your
we-
skin gets very, very hot. For
Give
like
me
3
one
seconds.
second to think. Just let me think for 1 second. Is there any ability to, I don't know what it would be for a role, but
What would you like to do?
know what planes of existence there are?
To know what
All of
planes of
them.
existence there are, you just kind of... That's fairly general knowledge for studied people. So, are you proficient in history or arcana? Or religion? If you're proficient in
History.
any of those things, then you would just know them.
History is yes.
Alright, in that case, yes. You would be familiar with the general Great Wheel planar cosmology. You would know that the, you'd be aware of the neutral planes and all the circles around it. You would be aware of pretty much this image from the PHB.
Okay, where are you?
Page 303. I was just showing it on my camera. It's page 303
Okay.
of the PHB. It's the Great Wheel
So-
planar cosmology.
Would I, with that, be able to piece together which color goes to which plane?
Almost assuredly not. That's the kind of
Okay.
thing that only Kultumed scholars and people who have been to the ethereal plane are aware of. And
Okay. Because my next question is, would I be able to piece out any of them that aren't specifically to a plane that we know of?
I mean, if you touch them all, if you were inclined to just like... Actually, I have a very important question. So first of all, which one did she touch? The emerald one, didn't she?
The emerald one.
Alright, so then that one, yes. And... Never mind. I was gonna ask how long she touched it, but for the green one, it doesn't matter. Lopin, however, how long did you keep your hand on the russet one?
Probably not very long, considering looking at the 9 hells vaguely.
To be fair, what you were looking at was Gehenna. I just am bad at describing it in a way that distinguishes it from the 9 hells.
Anyway, it would be is very what, Gabe?
Disturbing.
Because Gehenna is like right next to the 9 hells on the wheel. It's slightly more evil, in fact, now that I think about it.
Oh no.
I mean, at least devils have their laws. Gehenna is, I believe, neutral.
Your room's clean.
Gehenna is approaching... No, yes. Gehenna is closer to neutral. Hades is full neutral. Gehenna is between neutral and lawful.
Well,
Anyhow, Harryhausen. So yeah. Also, there's a huge fucking manor in front of you. There's a pair of double doors that between them are 25 feet wide and you would say like 30 to 40 feet tall. And also 2 rooms on either side. Well, yeah, 2 rooms on either side that extend
so
past
sorry.
the manor. Yes?
I have one more question.
Yes.
Is there enough colors that there are more colors than planes that we know of, or the same or less?
There are less. Well,
Okay, cool.
that you see right now, there are less.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, she would move on probably and just note that later.
Sandra's like vaguely curious if she can see hell.
Yeah. That one goes to one of the hells.
Alright, she's gonna touch that one, and can she tell if it is actually hell or not?
It's one of the hells. It's Gehenna. It's not one of the
Gehenna is
9
not one of
hells.
That's what she specifically... We're not having this argument again. I'm talking about one of the 9 hells.
You're looking
Can
for
she
the
tell?
9 hells?
Yeah.
I mean, roll a straight
her-
d20, actually, because whether or not you can tell is less to do with how much you know about it and more to do with what part of Gehenna you're going to be seeing.
Can we talk about we are not having this argument again, which means that you had this argument off screen?
We've had it
You were
on
there!
screen during
You had it
Tick.
on stream!
Wait, we had it on stream?
Yeah,
Yeah.
during Tick.
When did this
Because we had the argument that Gehenna is not one of the hells.
All
It
of
is
the
a
negative
separate plane of
planes
existence.
are called
No,
hell.
they are not. The 9 hells are called hell. The rest are other planes.
I would.
Okay, I did not.
We're
mean to
having the
open this
goddamn argument. Oh.
How long are you gonna
Can-
touch this thing? With an 8, it seems pretty similar to the 9 hells, or at least how Sarah would describe them.
Kind of
Sarah? Wait, who's Sarah?
Actually, hold
Don't
on.
worry about it.
How long do you keep your hand on this?
She just wants to see if she can see hell.
Fair.
So, like, a couple seconds.
Alright. Your whole body
Wait, so who's
warms up.
Sarah?
Sarah has not been mentioned. Big doors in front of you, on a wall. To your left and your right, there are rooms with lots of windows, and there are a couple of windows on the wall in front of you. Over here and over here, there are rooms with lots of windows. Here, there's a big ornate door. Lots of intricate carvings on that bad boy. Technically, it's 2 doors. They open in the middle, and they're real big.
So where are we? We entered where? I'm so sorry.
You're down here.
Nick has been trying for the better part of an hour to get us to enter the goddamn mansion, and we just haven't.
Yeah. True.
So I want to take a minute and, using guidance, check the door for I want to like check it, but specifically seeing if there's any like traps or locking mechanisms, or just check the door.
Give me an
I'm trying
investigate
to
check.
read the door.
Yeah.
You, Marina, are confident that there is no language on the door. However, give me. Let me check my notes.
I have not figured out what my spells.
Could I use perception instead of investigation, please?
What are you doing again?
Looking for
Looking at the door
traps.
and looking for traps and stuff.
Looking for traps is explicitly mentioned as one of the things that is
God damn it.
investigation in the PHB. Anyhow, make a
Oh no.
history check, Marina.
Oh, history check.
You rolled
yes.
a 4, you said?
Sure about that?
Is who sure about
Um,
what?
I am pretty sure it says you can do perception against the traps DC. And
Well,
then
I
you
got-
might call for it instead investigation to decide what needs to be done after you
got-
see the trap.
That sexy 9.
Anyhow, so both of those things are below any DCs that might exist.
Yeah, I rolled
But-
a natural 1.
You're confident that there are no traps on this door.
Seems perfectly fine. I opened the door.
There are no traps on this door.
That we know of.
So,
Yes. Anyway.
you open the door. So, as you walk in, let's see. The inside, yada yada. Oh yeah. Of note of this manor, the top bit is collapsed. You're not sure how many stories there used to be, but you know at least 2. But as it stands, only one of them is left standing.
So we're in like this foyer area.
Yes. Upon entering the manor, a large messy foyer gives way to the grand hall. There's little of note in this room save for the dusty web that coats the rest of the manor. The room is in a decent condition, though it doesn't seem well kept.
A decent condition, except for at least 1 floor of collapse.
The room itself is in a decent condition.
Okay.
And the foyer area ends at the... Like, what's considered the foyer and what's considered the grand hall ends obviously here where there are these walls.
Okay. Can I use prestidigitation to remove them spider webs?
Well, first of all, they're most assuredly not spiders' webs. And second of all, I mean, on a 5-foot area every 6 seconds, and you can clear some of the dust, but like, it doesn't really
I'm
do
trying
much.
to see if there's stuff behind or on the walls or whatever, because I totally missed what you said the spider webs were on, or the webs were on.
It's just that same dust stuff that was all over outside, it's all over in here too. There are a few color spots in here as well, but none of them seem to be new colors to what you last saw. Also, because I apparently forgot to say it, back here there is a ruined staircase that used to probably go up to the 2nd floor, which you can see plainly visible on entry. So, what y'all want to do?
Die mostly.
Let's go check out that door to the left.
All right. The door immediately
I'm-
to your left.
Yeah, the door immediately to the left, and we can kind of make our way clockwise.
So first of all, you are entirely confident that this is the door that leads to that room that you could see from outside?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
there
there
we go.
anything on the walls or in this room of note?
In the foyer? No.
Yeah. Okay.
So, on the left, this room contains very little of note. You can assume that it was some sort of sunroom, given that it's full of sun, and essentially the only thing in it other than sun is a few bits of furniture. There is a bookshelf, and it does have some books on it.
Hey, Marina! Books!
Marina is on that shit like flies on anything.
For the sake of expediency, all of these books are fiction works. You would guess, and Vizzy would confirm, they date to pre-sundering. However, they don't seem to be of any real consequence to the current goings-on. I mean, obviously,
Are
the study of fiction is good to know history or whatnot,
Yeah.
but,
are any of them romance novels or saucy in any way?
roll an investigation check.
I'm gonna use my guidance as well.
Approximately how many books are on that bookshelf?
About 20.
Okay, aside from whatever Marina or whatever
9.
Sandra decides to take.
You do see one, that seems to have been more worn by time than the others, in that it's probably not even readable at this point. You can't make out the title, but it looks like it says E the Cloud.
If I open up the book, is there like a title page that has a more readable title?
Been ripped out. Well, not ripped, but
Yeah.
Also,
book is,
this
like,
is
falling apart.
pre-sundering language.
I mean, it's still common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we established. You are so cute. Oh my god.
No, yeah. Most of the languages that exist now are survived from pre-sundering.
What was my question? Oh, can I also check to see if there's anything saucy? Because I'll hand those off to Sandra, but
Sure, give me an
If-
investigation check.
okay. That would be a 19.
There's one other saucy novel. It is called Lionheart Conqueror.
Lionheart Conqueror. Okay,
There's a
I
comma
hand that off to
between
Sandra.
those. It's Lionheart,
Sa-
comma,
Sa-
Conqueror.
Ooh.
Lionheart what?
Lionheart, comma, Conqueror. I was just clarifying because I didn't make it clear enough when I said it.
There. I'll hand that one off to Sandra, and then I'll put the rest in my tome.
You have acquired about 18 pre-sundering books of fiction.
Yeah, can you put them back in the room for me?
And there's, like, nothing else of any interest in this room
And-
unless you
Yeah,
happen to
yeah.
really like furniture.
Really like what?
Furniture.
I love furniture.
We're gonna
Probably should
take every piece of furniture out one by one, all the way back to the boat, and I
I'm
want
gonna
you to
check
narrate
the-
every step.
Fainting couch in here.
I mean, no, the fainting couch is not in here.
I'm gonna check the cushions.
Did you say you're checking the curtains?
It's
I'm checking the cushions.
Oh, cushions.
Loose change.
There's 25 cents.
Okay, no, but seriously, when you're studying history, especially of a lost civilization, their forms of currency are important.
start prying up every individual floor tile.
I'm also drawing the furniture.
There's a couch and, like, an ottoman and, like, another seat. This room is just for sitting in the sun.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
I'm-
I'm also, like I said, drawing the furniture. That's all.
Sandra's gonna saunter to the room north of here.
That.
How are you making your way over there?
Sauntering.
Downtown.
Yeah, but how?
Via feet.
Via the door, and then walking into the big room, and then going into the next door.
Alright, fair. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
You can put that on it.
Ba-ba-ba. I am on the reveal areas tool. Ta-da. Yes?
I am making a separate map of this mansion.
That's...
It is also a quick, crude map where you just, like, write down the numbers that you're guessing instead of taking the time to measure everything accurately, and then
Yes.
you make a real map later.
Because you certainly do not have a map right now. This is just what you can see physically before you. Anyhow.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
to
said
make
that, like, sarcastically. It's not sarcastic. Anyway, you enter this room. There's a big old bed. Anyone who's interested in looking around the room can make a perception or investigation check.
Sandra's
Yeah,
very
I'll look around.
interested in making a perception check
Okay.
with my guidance cantrip.
Got a natural 1. I'm still drawing things.
Well, I got a 7, so.
On
looks like I
my
win this time.
perception,
It's one roll, you choose one or the other. Perception, you got
I
To
know.
be
I was
fair,
just clarifying.
babe,
I'm just clarifying that I'm rolling perception and not investigation.
Right.
There's a difference between a +4 and a +0. I got 18.
to be fair, I also got a 7. I just rolled in that one.
Well,
23 investigation.
23 investigation, 18 perception.
Yeah.
All right, so both of those make it perfectly clear that this was the master bedroom of this manor. Yes, it is on the first floor and right off the grand hall, which is a little bit odd for a manor, but I mean, what you gonna do? There is a
Fire the help.
big bed in this room, like real big. Like Lopin, because you rolled investigation, would assume that this bed was made for at least 2 people who were at least 6.5 feet tall.
I want to steal that bed.
I look under the bed.
Good luck to Keith. Under the bed there is less of that like spectral dust, just because there were sheets on the bed. This room is ever so slightly in a more used condition than the rest of what you've seen in the manor.
So Sandra's gonna flop down on the bed and then like lean on her elbows, like, "Hey, so who wants to join
So
me?"
as soon as you flop down on the bed, poof, that fucking dust goes everywhere, and some hold on, let me just check my reference again. Gotta remember the fucking colors. I think that it's opal. I've lost the fucking tab. Oh, here it is. There we go. Some ruby colored dust goes poof, and settles on top of you, and you get vivid visions of fire and torture and devils, and you think you might see a real big dragon.
You're just turning Sandra on more.
Right?
And also your skin gets really hot.
Yeah, it's the turning on part.
Like
That's
a
what's
book
happening.
already.
It's getting hot in here.
What do you do?
Take off all your clothes.
Does this dust hit me since I'm under the bed?
No, but what does hit you is a little bit of the bed frame. It's uncomfortable, but not enough to cause damage. Anyhow, what do Sandra do about this?
She's just gonna sort of like roll off the bed and like, I think that bed gives you visions of hell.
You take 2 points of fire damage
So 1 point of fire damage.
because you're a tiefling, and you're still seeing these visions vaguely. But most important, the visions are starting to fade, but you still feel hot. Like very warm.
She's just gonna like fan her face and a little bit like, I know I'm hot. It's just usually not this little.
Also, when you look down, you're still covered in that dust.
She's gonna like brush herself off a little bit.
Alright, take 5 reduced to 2 points of fire damage, and the heat starts to fade as you brush away the dust.
That might have been a
Wait.
bad idea. Flopping down on the bed like that.
Is it reduced to 2? Do you round down damage?
You usually, I think so.
Almost everything rounds down when you have it.
You do take 2 damage because I'm fully confident that that's how it works, but you've taken 3 damage overall from this and you no longer feel hot. There's also a dresser in this room that has, much like the bed, has ever so slightly less of this dust on it.
I'm gonna open it from a distance using Mage Hand.
Alright? It's got clothes in it. Big clothes.
How big we talking?
We're talking for people who are at least 6.5 feet tall. And
Cloth, silk, leather.
depends on the shelf. Or the drawer rather. It's it's fancy as befitting someone who owns a manor. But
Polyester.
there's I mean, yeah, they had polyester technology before the Sundering. That's what led to their downfall.
We can't prove that that's not true.
They dared to wear mixed fabrics.
Anyhow, there's a lot
I
of
was already
silken
wearing
robes.
tights.
Oh, there's also, now that I think about it, there's also a wardrobe in the corner. The drawers were like here, and the wardrobe is along this wall.
Well, let's not open
Also
that.
the
I don't
beds
want
over
to
here.
see any wars right now.
Agreed.
Yeah. So yeah,
Sandra's gonna poke around in it.
in the wardrobe,
Yeah.
you open it, and there are a lot of very, very big suits and dresses. There are, well, by a lot, I mean there's like 2 suits and like 6 dresses. It is, in fact, a wardrobe. You can't keep a whole lot in there. There is a green suit that looks to be for someone about 7 feet tall and rather rounded, with a rather large radius, as it were, befitting their size, like befitting their height. And the dresses seem to be for someone of about the same dimensions.
Yeah, and check between the mattresses of the bed, trying to see if she can find whoever lives here's diary.
Make an investigation check.
Can I use my? I'm kind of. I feel
You're-
like I'm abusing the guidance cantrip, but
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
also,
no,
like,
that's what the cantrip is for. If you know that you're going to do something, you can guide yourself.
yeah. I'm gonna guide myself. Guide myself to. So, and you said it was a what?
Investigation.
All right, so that's 19 total.
19 total. There is nothing. Well, there are no journals. There's like some there. Well, when I say nothing, there's also none of this dust that's everywhere. And also there's like just the general stuff you would find on a box spring.
Yeah.
Well, is the mansion magical?
Like it's
I mean, the mansion itself, you get the sense that if the whole mansion were magical, it probably wouldn't have collapsed. But, I mean, roll an Arcana check, I guess.
It's gonna be 9.
It's a real mansion.
Sandra's gonna like. It looks like there's a door to the north.
Hey,
Yes. Yes?
Hey, Lopin. Hey, Lopin.
What's up?
Can you tell me if there's any kind of? I feel like you have an ability to find out if a place or thing has a magical aura.
I start ritualistically casting Detect Magic.
Have
Because
fun.
I don't want to spend a spell slot on this.
It'll be a few minutes. I'll let you know when it's done. This room up here, it's a bathroom. It's a big jacuzzi tub,
Ooh.
very large. Again, befitting the size of what you are now pretty confident are the people who lived here.
Guys, this whole mansion is giving me real fee fi fo fum vibes.
It's a good thing none of us are English. Wait, what?
What? Yeah. What are you on about, Tiger?
What's English?
Good
I
question.
don't know where that came from.
Oh, it's a common fairy tale in Proud Fruits about like this giant, and he hated what was called Englishmen, which was like
I think those were them people that invented the dog bull hybrids.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
they-
English Bull Terriers. All right.
That's adorable yet terrifying.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I need to draw a bull terrier now, and it's like literally a bull the size of a dog,
So,
the size of a small dog.
Oh,
You don't want like a bull with wrinkly, floppy skin and a tongue hanging out.
Do.
there doesn't appear to be anything particular interesting in the Master Suite beyond what you found.
Okay. And is there anything between the bed cushion thing and the frame?
Not really. There's a mattress tag. Advanced tech. It's survived for fucking thousands of years or whatever. Lord knows.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I don't know
illegal.
all this matches. Yeah. Fucking devils can't pull it off. So if a devil came in here, I'm bound by contract!
Alright. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Alright. Gonna head directly east.
Due east. Okay. So,
Shouldn't we go northeast to this one first if we're going clockwise?
what are you ping it? Oh,
True.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair,
Did we check the bathroom at all?
yeah, it's just
Standard
a
just like that.
bathroom. There's not anything.
Chamber pot, running water.
Running water. High tech, fancy. Well, the water doesn't
Mhm.
run anymore, but
Did we detect any magic?
oh right, you were still ritual casting detect magic, which will be done soon. But so walking over here, you see the rest of the Grand Hall, and now that you actually look, you know who lived here, cause like this whole, all of these walls are covered in paintings. They're not like on the wall; they're hung paintings.
Yeah, they're framed paintings.
Yeah. They're paintings of a Loxodon man and what appears to be his wife. And
Okay, so for those of us that don't know, what's a loxodon?
elephant people.
Huh?
Elephant.
Elephant.
Yeah, elephant people.
Okay.
And they're both tall, and for a Loxodon, they're pretty slender. I mean, they're still big, but in terms of Loxodon, they're on the smaller side. At least the husband is. The husband is depicted wearing in all of the paintings, he's depicted wearing a full green suit with a white shirt and a red tie. And the wife is depicted wearing a set of plate armor.
Fun.
Yeah.
Do we know any history, like even just folk tales or anything about elephant lords of any sort?
I mean, you know that Loxodon can have a lot of money.
So, the fiction's pre-sundering, right?
Hmm.
And this place is looking pretty old. And this is a new island. I'm pretty sure this mansion is older than the island, assuming it was created when it first got here.
So would I be able to explain the situation there?
You've been reading Roach books for like a week?
Yeah,
Then probably.
roach books. I don't know why that's so funny to me. But okay, so basically, when the sundering happened and it moved everything all where it is, basically some places disappeared when everything moved, and the people that were with it and the technology and everything else just gone. And the thing is that those places, every once in a while, just kind of pop back up. They just come back. And so what probably happened is that this island was probably one of the islands that disappeared. So yes, it's new, but only really new to us.
The seer did not see this. This is new.
Where'd you go? Where are you?
I'm where I've always been. Well, always is a relative term. I have been here longer than any of your lifespans.
In this room?
No.
In the deck, Marina. In the deck.
You're in the deck?
I led with that.
Yes.
I was too busy noticing a random new person next to me.
This...
She's very excitable, if you can't tell.
Wait a minute. I know this man. Or knew, I suppose. Probably
Oh, yeah?
he is not around anymore. But
Who is it?
who knows? I still am around. I never really learned his name. But he would come to the city, the capital, to study. He was a non-academic. I just knew him as I knew him through just his existence. I was not particularly familiar with him, but he does. I believe his wife's name is Babala.
How'd you spell that?
Babala.
Babala.
B-A-B-A-L-A.
Do we know anything about that historically?
That name, nah, it doesn't really. I mean, you know that it's still a name, like it's still a Loxodon name that some Loxodon women have. However, who here is proficient in perception or investigation?
Me.
Because
Yeah.
Perception.
if you're proficient in either of those stats, roll me a check in the stat that you're proficient in.
What about the stat that I'm not proficient in?
That's not. I don't care about that one.
8.
Okay.
17.
22.
All right, the two of you notice that Babala, this plate mail that she's depicted in, while it's the same, it appears to be the same construction. There are two distinct patterns that show up on the armor between different painting. Like, only one is on the armor at a time, but in the different paintings, it's a different pattern.
Do we recognize the pattern?
Make a history check.
Sure thing, bucko. That is an 18.
Modified 20.
Yes. So one of the patterns appears to be some sort of family crest, though the family is not a family that's of any note in modern day. The other seems to belong to some sort of organization, maybe a government, maybe like a society of some kind.
Oh my god, it's the Illuminati.
Oh my god, she got Norded.
Yeah, what strikes you suddenly is that in all of the paintings she has yellow eyes. No.
I don't know if now would be a good or bad time to point out that Sandra always has, like, gold yellow eyes.
Sandra got Norded? But yeah.
I was always Xehanort.
This... Yes. But yeah, that's what you know. You know that one of them is clearly a family crest and one of them clearly belongs to some sort of organization.
Okay. Do we have a name for said organization, or is it just... we
You just
this
know that
organization
it's...
existed?
Yeah, you just know that it's in the style that would have belonged to an organization.
Okay. I'm going to draw both of those real quick.
The name is 13.
And at the moment, only the two of you know that.
Oh.
I
Oh.
kind of assume anything Marina learns, the entire group immediately knows because she's just rambling it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I really feel like I should probably say that.
Wait,
Marina is not a brain thinker. She's a
Oh.
words thinker.
you said... Which... Point me to one with organization.
Marina points to it and like looks around to see if you can see it.
This is familiar, but I still memories. I have not used memory in so long. They still are coming back to me.
That's okay. Generally, when you think of something, you'll remember one thing that's attached to it, and then another thing that's attached to that, and then another thing that's attached to that. I've heard people refer to it as the chain of memories.
Dun, 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 dun,
Go to the
dun,
Shadow
dun,
Realm, D.
No, don't leave the call. It'll break things.
Go to the Shadow Realm in spirit, D.
Okay, so. Yes. Perhaps I will remember more when more memory is back to me. But. Yes, the woman, she belonged to something. Something I know, maybe. The man. Oh, I did not finish telling you about the man, did I? He was a mage. Powerful mage. His focus, he liked to study the, I have to check Player's Handbook for the schools of magic.
Also, can we all talk about how, one, Nick decided to bring this accent back, and two, Nick decided to bring this accent back for someone who's going to have to be spoken by every other DM for absolute sure.
Oh, I'm just going to make Nick do it.
So, first of all, Lopin's Detect Magic spell has finished, and it's hard to see because all of this dust is magical. But as Woman was saying, abjuration. He was an abjurer.
I'd like to jog a little loop of the rooms that we've already done and see if I think anything that isn't dust is giving off magic symbols.
It
Signal
seems,
auras.
Including the door.
it seems all to just be the dust. The door you're confident that the door is not magical because the dust is not, like, on this side of the door. As in, it's not, like, attached to the side of the door. It's on some walls, but it doesn't stick to walls so much. Yes, yeah. Yeah, in the rooms that you've been to, it's, as far as you can see, it's just the dust. The dust does give off whatever School of Magic teleport is. Which may be Conjuration?
I think so.
No, it's not the teleport spell, I will say, just in case you were curious, but it is of the same ilk. Would anyone like to anything do? Conjuration, apparently.
Sandra's gonna explore that door to the north.
I'm going to check the paintings by looking very, very closely at every one of them and also looking behind them.
You already made the investigation check to look at them, and that revealed the thing with the armor. Behind them, there is less dust. There's some wall hooks for the hanging of paintings.
Alright.
The door to the north
Marina finds these things very interesting, okay?
is locked.
Alright, let's open it anyway.
I'm going to attempt to lockpick it unless Lopin
It's
feels like burning
also-
a second level spell slot just for spite.
Also,
I'm-
sorry, go ahead.
Gonna spawn a mage hand on the other side of it. Side.
Of note,
Would you?
it is in a considerable state of disrepair, this door.
Can you just break it?
Personally, no.
Anyway, I can try to lockpick it if you'd like. I think I have a
I think
better
the
roll.
rogue wants to do
I
it.
think the rogue with expertise in lockpicking probably has a pretty
I
good lockpick.
honestly didn't realize you were a rogue. I thought you had a specific, like, specialized class that you were using.
It's a specialized
It's a
subclass for
Alright,
rogue.
and I'm gonna use my guidance on it.
Guidance. Alright, give me that roll.
Alright. So that's 9 on the dice, and then it would be my dex, which is +3, plus proficiency.
You don't even need to. +3 plus anything is, the DC was 13. It's unlocked.
Okay, because I got like.
You got like a
16.
17, I think, yeah. Yeah, 16 sounds right. Or wait, no, it would have to be an odd number, wouldn't it?
9 on the dice.
Yeah, 9 plus
plus 3 for
3.
dex.
Oh, it's 12.
Is
yes.
12
Yeah.
plus proficiency.
It would be an
which
even number, yeah, because you're doubling proficiency, so
Yeah.
12 is already even, and any number that's doubled is even, and if you add 2 evens, it's an even. Anyway, the door comes unlocked, and behind it, there is a small room and a set of stairs leading downwards. I tried to reveal it. It doesn't want to reveal.
Well, let's finish this floor, then come
yeah,
back.
Yeah,
There we
exactly what I was gonna say. Let's finish up the floor and then we'll go look downstairs.
Next door.
All right. It's
That would probably be the one due east.
yeah. I'm trying to finesse this. It is a rather large, rather fancy dining room. There's a very long table, and very big chairs. It would be very difficult for, say, a gnome to eat at this table, because the chairs are sized for Loxodon.
I checked under the table.
Let's
There
steal the silverware.
is some dust. The silverware is probably worth about 50 gold. So congratulations, you got 50 gold worth of silverware. I also forgot to mention that in the Grand Hall, there's a bunch of, like, just, like, knickknacks. There's, like, vases and stuff that you estimate are probably worth some money.
Oh yeah, I am a archaeologist, so I actually do that. I didn't realize I got that here.
Right. I mean, it's just, you all made, like, checks to look at the room, I think, so.
Let's see. I automatically determine the monetary value of art objects more than a century.
I think these are more than a century
the
old.
total of the vases is about 200 gold.
Okay.
The paintings are probably worth a lot, but they're also real big and real heavy.
That's fine. We'll just get them on the way out.
Alright, so...
Wait, we have a fucking handy haversack. Fuck you.
They're too big to fit in a handy haversack.
We have 2.
You're gonna fucking split the paintings down the middle and shove them in the haversack?
Yeah.
You take them out of the frame and roll them carefully. Like you would a map.
This dining room is in a state of disrepair. I just realized I haven't had any of you attempt a survival check.
Uh-oh.
It's just,
For what?
well, the whole place is covered in dust. And the
Well,
fun
that's a nat
thing
20.
about survival is that you can use it to track things, and
Oh,
dust reduces the DC.
Well, I
And you
got
said
a
you-
nat 20.
you rolled a nat
and
20?
Also +1.
So that door that you unlocked, it there's more disturbed dust around the base of that door, for one thing. And also, in this room, there's the dust is about evenly disturbed, except for a general path towards the door to the south, which you didn't look in the windows when you were outside, so you have no idea what this room is that's to the south.
Can I tell you something funny? I'm pretty sure in my brain I even asked, hey, does any of this look like it's been messed with lately? But I don't think I said it with my words.
Yeah, I don't think I
You did
remember
not.
that. Yeah.
Because I, unlike Marina, am a brain thinker, not a words thinker.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you notice that the dust leading towards the room to the south is there's like a trail.
Go south.
Also, I don't know that I actually clarified this. Is Tat with us, or is Tat guarding the door?
Tat is presumably Tat is part of the other group because
Well,
I don't
because
have a
Tat was-
Tatzelworm stat block.
I
That's
can see
fair,
that too.
but Tat was specifically with us because...
Yeah, you did actually
the
mention
question.
Tat being with us earlier.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Tat was on the ship, but remember the captain split
No.
2 groups.
No, you mentioned Tat with us after that when the card person
Yeah, that's what I was referring
asked
to.
about it.
Yeah, while you were on the shore right outside the ship.
We were
We
walking.
were walking.
Anyway, it's fine. We can have them guard the door.
Anyhow,
They can be guarding the ship.
they're probably
I-
doing whatever the captain asked them to,
Yeah.
and Lord knows what that is. All right, so
Yeah, well, we'll just say I asked them to guard the ship.
moving on. You're going to the door to the south. It's unlocked.
Yes.
Yes.
You open it. It's a kitchen.
Nice. I look in all the cupboards.
It's pretty threadbare. There's a threadbare in there. No.
So a crocheted bear.
No, it's needlepoint, but done in 3 dimensions.
Now I have to come up with a pattern for that. Damn it.
Anyhow, yeah, there's not. It looks like whatever food was in here has since been eaten.
Like recently?
Like more recently than when the foyer was being disturbed.
Interesting. Hey, whatever's in this house, is hungry.
I mean, not anymore.
I mean, it's probably especially hungry since there's no food left here.
Well, I mean, you're kind of making assumptions on how recently it ate. For all we know, this happened 10 minutes ago.
True. I mean, also, if it's dead, there's a good chance it's not hungry at all anymore because it's dead.
But yeah, lots of
Unless it's like a zombie.
lots of kitchen here.
All right. If there's nothing else of interest, I'm gonna circle back to that one, to the room
Cool.
in the. Yeah.
Is there anything on the wall?
Pots and pans.
Neat. How big are they?
Locks it
Could
on
I-
size.
Realistically, hide under a pot as who I am.
A bit. There's like a chili pot, so yeah.
I was actually just about to ask, are any of the pots big enough to put Marina in? Then she is marinara sauce!
Remember the pot that Kevin brought the chili in the office in? Yeah, there's a pot that's like a little bit bigger than that. Anyway, that
Okay,
room. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I do want to say that I want to take one that's enough for me to ride in, but not huge, if that's possible, because it may or may not help for building a better saddle. Anyway, sorry,
Sure,
continue.
why not? This other room, you remember how you were asking for the fainting couch earlier?
Yeah.
It's in here. This you assume was a drawing room.
Sandra is just gonna dramatically faint under the couch. She's like, oh.
I'm gonna move away from the dust explosion.
Remember what happened last
Dust
time?
cloud.
Yes, but I have already seen hell. How worse can it get?
2 hells.
Yeah. 2 hells.
Have you ever heard of super hell?
Gee, Bobby, why does your mom let you have 2 hells at the same time?
For the sake of expediency, we'll say it's the silver dust, so you just feel here. Which, of note, as long as you are in contact with this silver dust, you get a +1 to wisdom saves. Or no.
Which one is
No, that's
plus
wrong.
1 or plus 2?
I meant dex saves. You get +1 to dex saves on traps that you can see.
Cool.
Okay. Do I
Why are you
recognize
triggering
this?
traps you can see?
I mean,
Can I? Is this dust very shiny?
it's silvery.
Does it go with my complexion?
I mean, you could probably make a powder out of it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay, can you answer my question first? Do I
What was
recognize
your-
Yeah.
something?
Do you recognize what now?
Do I recognize that I get like bonuses? That it makes me more dexterous?
Yeah.
Two
Okay.
words before you go.
Yes?
Body glitter.
I'm grabbing some of that shit and putting it in my bag,
Alright.
probably in a container.
I mean, the whole place is covered with this dust, so it's not hard to get. I'll be right
I know,
back.
but still.
Sandra is gonna have the best body glitter now.
She didn't already.
Watch out for my body.
I mean, she had like regular body glitter.
Ah.
Now she's got like fucking magic body glitter, which is objectively better and cooler. And it was +1 to dex saves versus traps you can see.
Yes, and by traps you can see, I mean as long as you're not blinded or in a darkness that you can't see through, and the trap is not invisible. So
Oh my God,
there
you're
also, I forgot a few like halls and doors on this map. Well, not this map in particular, but on the maps that I made. Of note, there's a door like here that just leads to a bunch of rubble outside.
So, looking around the room, is there anything of interest?
There's a fainting couch.
Which is
I
very
thought
much
this
of
was-
interest to Sandra.
I checked the cushions.
It doesn't have cushions, it's a fainting couch.
Fainting couches don't have cushions?
No, it's like upholstered.
Do you think we could take this back to the ship? I feel like the ship could use a fainting couch.
I mean, probably.
No, they have cushions.
Do they? I mean,
Yeah,
Here-
I mean, it's very minor, but yeah, they have cushions. I was gonna say, like, I've seen
They
some
don't
fainting couches.
not.
Have removable.
It would probably be like based on the make of the couch, whether
Yeah.
the cushions were removable as are the cushions on modern day couches, or actually upholstered to the piece itself, as in
Yeah, but
older
there's still
modern couches.
cracks.
I mean, they're minor cracks. It's like there's enough to get some dust in there, which there is dust, but
And now you have a very shimmery tiefling rogue.
also this fainting couch is Loxodon sized. As is everything in this house. I figure
Well,
I
they're definitely cracked.
Yeah, I mean, the size of the couch doesn't affect the size of the cracks except for their length. Like, it wouldn't make them deeper. Okay, so.
Fucking the captain Antonio's just like, why do you guys keep bringing all this stuff back to my ship?
Fucking Tiger's Eye has just been carrying furniture back. No.
Alright, we'll have the two lifty boys lift the fainting couch back when we're done investigating.
Alright, so, what are we doing?
Going downstairs.
Raban.
What?
The man. His name is Raban.
Raban? How do you spell that?
R-A-B-A-N.
R-A-B-O-N.
A-N.
R-A-B-A-N.
A. Which is fine, because I wrote O-N.
But it's
Uh,
N.
does that information give us any sort of...
It's also
Excellent
just a
knowledge.
Loxodon name.
Yeah, I figure, but I had to ask. The fact that they're remembering more is neat.
On what should we go then?
Onward and downward. I'll lead the way, because I don't know about you, but darkness isn't that much of a problem for me.
Follow me. I'll lead the way.
I still have a light.
This is
Although I
true.
think darkness is also not an issue for me.
Congratulations. You're in a room. And this is one of the places where I forgot a door. You can't really see it, but down here there's a... Like, you can't see it on the map, but I drew a little box down here.
Are there any spooky, scary skeletons?
No. Except for one that starts with such a shriek. No.
Roll initiative.
This appears to be some sort of root cellar, and can I get from anyone who wants to survival, perception, or investigation checks?
Yeah. And can I use my guidance on this since I would have been actively looking as I'm coming down the stairs?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright, well, I am
So,
too busy
13
drawing things.
plus 3, so that's 16 on the dice. And then survival, you said?
Only one of the three.
Yeah, but survival was one of the options.
Yeah,
Right?
survival, perception, investigation.
Alright, I'm gonna go with survival because I have expertise in that, so that's 22.
Okay, with a
I got an
22, anyone else roll anything?
25 investigation.
Alright. And
That
Keith,
consumed a lucky point.
Keith, did you roll at all?
Oh,
I mean, you don't have to. It's
I
just
mean,
if anyone was
got
interested.
5, so.
Alright, cool. So, with a 22 and 25, you spot that in this room, along this wall, there is...
Hey babe, can we make it canon that every time that we both roll low, I'm just rambling at you and you're doing your best to be polite and listen to everything I'm saying?
Definitely.
a hidden door.
Hidden door?
Yes, it's built into the stone, and you spotted that there's a disturbance in the stone in front of said hidden door. Or not in the stone, disturbance in the dust, because the dust reaches
Yeah.
down here as well, but much, much lighter. There's hardly any dust. There's enough that it's notable, but it's not... Or there's enough that you know it's there, but not enough that it's notable, I suppose.
So Sandra's tail like instantly perks up in interest and she like goes over to look at the hidden door.
And with a 25 in investigation from Lopin, you know that this door is trapped. You were sort of
You
feeling it.
you do see the trap, right?
It's there's like a...
I did. I'm just gonna quickly disarm it.
Right.
But I have to be over here first before I do that.
So where is it?
Alright. So, can I roll to check for traps?
To check for traps?
My guidance.
You don't
Yeah,
want
'cause
to have them pointed out for you? Then sure, yeah. Roll the check for traps. That's
my guidance.
yeah. I still do believe that this is investigation, but I mean, for now we'll call it investigation, and I will look in the book.
Well, if it's investigation, that's a 6.
All right. I mean, yes.
If it's perception, it's a 10, which is
I
not
mean,
much
So a
better.
failure.
So yes, as far as you can tell, this door is not trapped.
So play it off, Dragon.
Yeah, it's like right here.
You're not pointing.
She just gestures vaguely to one of the sides of the door. Where-
Do you need help?
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna spawn a mage hand pointing out the trap.
Yeah, it's a trap. And in my brain, when I was putting this together, I was like, it's a needle trap. But then I realized that this is a hidden door that doesn't have a fucking handle, so that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Right.
So I have to remember what the traps are, but by remember I mean check the DMG. It's probably some sort of trap. 120 through 123.
Another get you high trap. Those are fun.
Okay, if it's a get you a high trap, Sandra is definitely disassembling it and taking it for later use.
Oh, you triggered the trap. It sprays a white dust at you. That's a color you haven't seen before. Oh, it gets all over you. It's cocaine.
Oh my god. I swear there's like a traps by DC thing. But yeah, we'll say that it is just a simple pit trap. Or it appears to be just a simple pit trap, rather.
Alright, so like you just open the door and there's a pit on the other side?
You open the door and a pit opens up on the floor beneath you.
Oh. So like there's a little square on the ground?
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
it's difficult to detect, especially since you failed your roll to check for traps, but with the mage hand with the mage hand pointing it out, you can see it.
So I'm gonna step off that area and just like, alright, Mr. Mage Hand, you wanna open the door?
Well, you're not gonna detrap it. I'll open the door.
Alright, so you push on the door, and it's heavier than 10 pounds.
This door is completely unopenable.
It's made of stone.
I'd have to get
Alright,
I
so I'm
would
gonna
have to
try
get close to it.
and cause it's thieves' tools to
disarm the trap, yes.
yeah, I'm gonna guide myself to disarm it.
Weird thing. Thieves' tools let you add your proficiency to this,
Natural 20.
Yeah.
which technically means you can try to pick locks just by like shoving your fucking finger.
That is true. You have successfully disarmed the trap
Alright.
by
I'm gonna-
just keeping the pit from opening somehow.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
Alright,
none
the
of
I-
door opens and Loven flings himself into the darkness.
I, Danny Phantom, phase through the wall.
Well, I'm gonna just reveal that area down there for the sake of visibility. But, yeah, what you see before you is a big old room. And so you're just walking in here?
I'm gonna carefully peek my head in.
Did Lopin just walk in?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm not even sure that
Yes.
you're still with the group.
Alright, and you have dark vision?
Yes.
There's a lab in here. Dark vision spreads out to 60 feet. Roll me a perception.
Yeah. Alright. With guidance?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you're intentionally peeking in.
Yeah. Great. Perception is 9.
9? Yeah. It's so. This appears to be some sort of arcane laboratory.
Stay out of my laboratory.
Hey, Marino, weird lab shit.
Okay, literal moment that you say that, Marina comes directly to the door and looks in.
It's a very dark arcane laboratory. Gnomes have dark vision too, don't they?
Yes.
So yeah.
And if not, I have my headlamp on too. So like,
Yes, it is a dark laboratory, but your headlamp is illuminating part of it.
okay. Is there anything I should be afeared of before running in and looking at literally everything?
Make a perception check.
Okay. That is a perception or investigation?
Perception.
That is an 18.
18. All right. So you can see what you recognize as one of the suits of plate armor that Babala was wearing in the paintings upstairs.
Oh, I am immediately on that shit.
All right. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Told you.
Yeah, Ryan will jump back into combat when they drive. Until then, they're just going to be on autopilot and at the end of initiative order. Alright, so my initiative, because we didn't really go through initiative before we left, was... My initiative is 18.
All right.
My initiative was 18.
Yep, I got you. Your initiative is now 0. No. It was for a second. I had to enter it. Alright. Marina.
Oh yeah, we can see the initiative tracker.
Wait, Marina's going first?
No, I need your
No,
initiative.
what's your initiative?
Oh, okay. Sure, I don't remember. 11.
11. And Lopin.
8.
Perfect.
I rolled a natural 2, which
Nice.
is the worst possible roll.
That is true. For a halfling, that's the worst roll you can get. And we'll put Keith at 0 on the initiative order for now. Okay, so, as soon as Marina, stepped to literally exactly where she's standing right now, the armor in the corner was like, and suddenly there is a red light illuminating all of the cracks in the armor, and it looks like it's ready to fight. And by cracks, I don't mean that it's like broken. I mean like everywhere that you would normally be able to see, like
Ryan, tell
the yeah.
Ryan, immediately roll initiative.
Yes.
Go roll initiative, babe. Go roll initiative. I have so many questions.
I rolled a total of 4.
Nice. I don't have to move anything.
You actually don't change.
Great.
So, upon seeing this thing look like activate, like, I don't think it's all that friendly.
It certainly looks ready to fight. Also, of note, it does not seem to be paying any attention to Sandra.
So I'm trying to figure out how to move. Alright, so if I move, here,
You can use your cunning action to dash, by the way.
I could, but I want to use my bonus action to also attack.
Fair.
I could, but I really want to be greedy.
Hello, welcome to playing Rogue. This thing is like just fucking out of my range, and I do not like it.
I should
Oh,
probably-
the owl rolled a 19. Apparently. I forgot.
Right. So technically the owl would go first.
The owl delays until my turn. Now it's Sandra's turn.
You
I
could
think we've established that it is too far for you to get there.
You're too far for me to get there.
you could just attack it once with the cards.
You are, but that could be changed. Or I am, but that could be changed.
Wait. The cards are exactly like daggers, right?
Daggers are
you
6120,
just-
aren't they?
Oh yeah, they are. Fuck. I was
Can't
looking
you
at
just...
the fucking So there's a weird thing with fucking how wild card works, and it's really weird. But yeah, we're just making them daggers, so yeah, they would be 2060. So yeah, I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, so you can just attack with disadvantage.
Cause like the cards for wild card are the class are just flat 30 feet.
I see. I see.
Hmm.
And
But that's only if you do the specialized attack with them, right?
which I was planning on doing because I can't sneak attack this turn.
Why not?
Because it's not engaged with something else and I don't have advantage on it. Is there like any form of cover or anything in this room?
Yes. Well, there are plenty of
Okay.
tables. And like islands and whatnot.
Alright. Because if there's something I can like get her behind before, like if I can get in like range of it, be like I could at least get my sneak attack. All right. So if I go up to there, I can like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I think how I do this is, I could use my bonus action to hide and then use sneak attack to
Attack once.
hit that boy. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to do that.
All right.
And then I roll my stealth, which I have advantage on. That's a natural 20 for stealth,
All right.
plus 5.
So you have advantage, because you are technically an unseen
Okay.
attacker.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll my thing to fling a card at it. A dirty 20.
Just hits.
Oh no. Alright, and then 1d4 plus 2d6. I think that's what my sneak attack is.
What type of damage is all of this?
Slashing.
And is it magical?
Is the Arcana
Yes.
Umbra do magical damage?
Oh yeah, it's a magic item, so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a +1 magic weapon.
So yeah, it counts as a magic item. Hodoy.
Alright. 14.
All right, 14 slashing damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish that I had set up a thing to track this. Instead, I'm just gonna use a fucking shit. I don't have a pencil.
Can't you just click on the token?
Oh yeah.
Click the gear.
Thank you.
Did somebody delete my owl?
Huh? Oh yes. Did you need it?
That's my owl.
Oh shit. Okay. I can't bring it back. You'll have to do that yourself. Anyhow, that was Sandra's whole go?
Yeah.
It is now the armor's turn. And realizing that it is being attacked and having activated, it's going to fly. Hold on. Let me do some math here.
Okay.
Yes, okay. It is going to
Oops.
fly over to here. And T-pose at you aggressively. Let me make sure that it doesn't have any ranged attacks. It does not, so it's going to use its action to fly and land behind you. And
Yeah,
that
there you go.
is its whole turn. Marina.
Okay, so I'm gonna move here and then I'm gonna shoot. How do bonus actions for a second turn or second attack work? Is that something I can do?
Do you have 2-weapon fighting?
Well,
Everybody
no,
has
no,
two.
everyone
weapon
has
fighting.
two
Do
weapon
you have
fighting,
a
but-
second?
it has to be a light melee weapon, doesn't it?
Yes, you need a
Yeah.
light melee weapon in both hands if they have the thrown property.
What if it's 2 crossbows?
No.
It's not melee.
You can only make the one attack, unless you have multi-attack of some kind.
Unless you have crossbow expert.
Oh yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I was gonna fire an ability, but instead I think I'm gonna use catapult.
All right. Hey,
On your crossbow.
yeah. There's all kinds of shit around this room.
You're not gonna deploy your cannon?
Oh, I can deploy a
Also,
cannon.
where
You're so
is
right.
where is Keith standing right now?
Well, I didn't
Isn't-
quite, I wasn't here for the setup for this really, but I would assume
Isn't he
like,
this?
No, that's
as
me.
towards the front as I can be.
Right. Fair.
Do
You're
I
right.
have-
I'm actually
Deploy-
Ryan's so right. I'm gonna make a cannon.
Deploy some form of indicator for yourself.
Okay, so there's not a. Okay.
Yeah. Just like a.
And I think the cannon I'm gonna make.
I'm.
Man, this is hard. Okay, so I think the cannon I'm gonna make is going to be the Force Ballista.
You don't want to start in the room?
I do. I was just
Yeah.
drawing it. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. I want to be as far forward as I can be, so let me know or whatever.
Also, I forgot to roll initiative for Tiger's Eye earlier. He rolled an 11, but he only has a +1 initiative mod, which I think that Marina has plus something higher than 1. So,
+2.
yeah, so he would go second. So he's next.
Anyway, here's my cannon.
The pink box?
He's got legs so he can move,
Hmm.
and he's a cannon so he can shoot things.
Mm-hmm. And he's on page 182.
And he goes, I think, directly after me.
Wait, is
Yes,
he not on
he
page
shares your
182?
it shares your initiative and goes after you. No, wait. Well, yeah, I think so. That's either the cannon or the steel defender or both. I can't remember.
Probably both. Artillerist is page 59. I don't know what page 182 is. Probably something in Wildmouth. It's probably Gabe shit.
Yeah. On each of my turns, I can take a bonus action to cause the cannon to activate. So yeah,
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna tell that bad boy to activate,
Cannon is magical.
and he's gonna fire
Is immune to-
a 2. He's gonna fire a ranged spell attack. I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna
It's just a ranged attack that's not a weapon attack, it's a spell attack. So,
okay. So with my plus my int mod, do I add my proficiency or not?
I don't know. I'm currently looking to see.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not gonna hit. But you can tell me otherwise. I rolled a 3 on the dice.
That's far below 20, which I have already let you know is this thing's armor class. So I'm going to say that most likely you don't have a plus 17.
Anyway, that's everything I can do.
So,
What is your intelligence?
yeah, I mean, if you don't have a plus 17. But anyhow,
My
the range...
intelligence is 4 plus 4.
Alright, so your
Your-
attack modifier is 6.
Yeah, your character sheet should have...
And your
yeah,
spell save DC is 14.
14, yes. Because level 3 characters still only have +2 proficiency bonus. Anyhow, so I assume that's all you can do on your turn? Because you used action, bonus action, and you're not gonna move, I assume?
I already moved.
Oh, did you?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you
I
moved
moved
back.
back to the door.
Alright, so
Yeah, Marina was like, I'll study it after.
so Tiger's Eye is going to rage, obviously.
He was
And
a little mad.
he's going to go and flank this boy. While raging, he's going to take a reckless swing, so he gets advantage.
I mean, he already had advantage because he's flanking with Sandra.
That's true. He won't reckless swing because he already had advantage. So hopefully this is higher than that natural 4 I just rolled. Natural 17 for 23. 1d4 plus... I can't remember if I do 4 or 6 additional damage. 3 plus... Yeah, 3 plus 4... Wait, yes. 3 plus 4 is 7. And that's halved because this is a non-magical bludgeoning attack. So... 3.
His punches are not magical.
Yet. And swing again. Natural 9 obviously isn't going to work. Natural 7 is also not going to hit. So that's his turn.
Cool.
And it is now Lovin's turn.
Alright. I am going to just shoot a magic missile at it, then move away.
Alright. Your magic missile does no damage.
Oh shit.
Really? Even though it's force? It's
Yes. So, first of all, I'm gonna let you in on this because I don't want you to be, like, doing, You get the sense that it is immune to force damage.
fucking nothing is immune to force damage.
The
Holy
shield
shit.
spell is. It specifically negates magic missile.
Yes.
Yeah, but not force damage.
Also, this thing is challenge rating 4, It is immune to force damage, necrotic damage, and poison damage, which normally you wouldn't know, but I am telling you that. Also, it is in the monster manual, so...
I mean, those all make sense because it doesn't have, like, internal organs to poison, rot, or liquefy via force.
Force is just force, not liquefying, whatever. Alright. Then the owl delayed and oh.
Alright, so...
So I pass turn and it's the owl's turn.
Oh, right, yeah. And the owl do what now?
Boop. Boop.
Sky.
Alright, it flies in, uses the assist action, and then flies away onto this table.
Cool. Welcome to the table, Owl. Keith's turn.
Does he land?
Keith's turn. Okay, so
Yeah.
I am going to let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get right up to it. And I'm gonna do an old smackaroony.
Oh, I
Pray to
for...
whatever gods Keith knows to pray to.
So, I completely forgot, by the way, earlier when I was describing Babala, that she always carried a rapier, in the paintings. And this thing does not have a rapier. It has a, longsword.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, Keith's taking swings.
Yep.
Roll me that
Keith's
swing.
taking swings. I rolled a 9 on the die, so that's 15, and that will
misses,
miss.
yes.
I will use my bonus action to swing at it again with my fist, and that's a 5 on the die.
Which also
so
misses.
11. So, yeah, that's my turn, everyone. Yeah. Okay. Go.
If it makes you feel any better, this thing has very little HP.
Fair.
Anyhow,
But good luck doing
it is the owl's turn.
for anyone except the casters and Sandra.
Well, the advantage got used, so it's gonna fly in, use its
Alright. Sandra's turn.
So Sandra has seen how, like, these punchy boys can utilize other people distracting enemies to get in some hits. So she's like gonna leap over the table and very intentionally not take the disengage action,
Alright.
which provokes attacks of opportunity from both of our sentinel boys.
It is provided that he
Oh.
takes an attack of opportunity on
Is it not
you.
taking an attack of opportunity on me when I leave?
Nope. Actually, hold on.
Unfortunate.
Let me think for a second. No, yeah, it would. It would. First of all, it doesn't know that they have Sentinel. That is a natural 15
That
for a
hits.
21.
It hits.
Alright. 9 damage.
Again,
Oof.
against Sandra?
Yes, 9 slashing damage, and it does provoke attacks of opportunity.
Alright.
Whichever one of us goes first gets advantage because of the owl.
I don't care. You can go first.
I think you probably do more damage if you hit.
Maybe.
Actually, I do a d4 plus 4.
Well, I'll take that advantage because I already rolled.
Right.
And my first roll was a 1. So. And the second was a nat 20. Oh,
Alright.
Nice.
Nice. That's a
nice.
crit.
Yeah. So, I just roll my d6, right?
Yeah. So you can either roll the d6 and double what's on the face of the die, or you can do raw and just roll 2d6.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, I'll take that 5 twice, so that's 14 damage.
Alright, reduced to 7.
Yeah.
And Tiger's Eye?
I have to enter that number real quick, and then I roll.
Yeah,
That's a natural 2, so that misses. But,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Alright, so Sandra is going to attack. I'm actually going to use my pick a card feature from the wild card, because I've not used it yet, and one of the things I believe gets me some health back, which would be really nice! Alright, if I hit, that's...
Have you even been hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took an attack of opportunity for like 9 damage.
And also,
That's-
she took 3 damage upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, upstairs. Okay.
That's a 15. That doesn't hit.
Correct?
So gonna try and hit again with my bonus action.
Alright.
2-weapon fighting. 19 on the die.
So, yeah, that's gonna hit, because I'm pretty sure that you have at least a
Alright.
+1. Oh, well, yeah, the deck is a +1, so...
Yeah.
And-
Hey,
Alright.
you don't know. She could have
So,
4 decks as a
um,
rogue. Specialize around
Alright,
daggers.
So that's 1 on the damage die for it, but then let me actually read it.
It also... Did we homebrew it to allow it to trigger sneak attack?
No, it does that automatically.
Okay.
Well, it's not sneak attack.
Oh,
per se,
right,
but
you
I
roll the
from
sneak
my
attack.
Sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Roll your sneak attack damage and add it to your card at the start of its next turn. The target takes additional damage equal to half the damage rolled. So it takes 1 damage from just the. Does it take 2 damage because it's 1 on the die and then 1 from the +1?
Yes.
Or, all right, and then from the sneak attack, it takes 12 damage on the sneak attack die.
Alright.
So it'll take
It'll
6
take
damage
6
on the
more
start of
next
its
turn.
next turn.
Yep, and that is magical.
Yeah.
Alright. And that's...
Wait.
Hmm.
You rolled a 1, and so you said 2 damage. Don't you add your dex to?
Oh, right.
Not on a bonus attack.
Oh, yeah, because 2-weapon fighting. Yeah.
Huh.
Her first attack on her action missed.
Yeah, because she doesn't
Okay.
actually have a second attack. She's just using 2-weapon fighting.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Okay.
So that's your turn?
Yeah.
Alright,
So now it's its turn, so it takes the 6 damage.
Alright, it takes 6 damage. But also, it knows that Keith and Tiger's Eye both use their reactions to hit it with the Sentinel reaction, so they can't stop it from flying away to attack you again.
Wow. Wait, it gets a whole ass extra move.
What? No.
What?
No.
This
It's
is
its
its
turn.
It's come back around to its turn, and it hasn't.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, but it attacked Sandra.
hold on.
That was an opportunity
That was an
attack.
Oh yeah, it took an attack of opportunity on her. Yes, that's right. Okay.
Oh, I understand now. Okay.
So that's a
Yeah.
16 to hit.
That'll hit.
8 slashing damage.
And I'm down.
Ugh.
Alright. And that was its attack, so it cannot grapple you. So that's gonna be its turn. Marina.
Okay, well, let's see.
I think. I'm gonna double check that, because that does seem weird.
40, And that's 35. So, Marina
Nope,
is,
it's 25.
Oh yeah,
You're
it's
right.
25.
Marina is gonna fire and also tell her being next to her to fire. So, for Marina's... Ooh, nice. Okay, hold on, let's see. 18 plus 5.
That hits.
So 1d8.
And you're firing
Nice.
your crossbow?
9 damage, yeah.
Alright, 4 damage.
Okay. It is a magical item if that does anything.
Your crossbow is a magical item?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
'cause they're-
is.
Artificer, yeah.
Oh, right.
Artificers can build shit.
Yeah, okay. In that case, yeah, it takes the full 9 damage.
Yeah, it's infused with returning. Which is why I'm not keeping track of my shots fired. Because it's infused not only with returning, but it makes it, I basically magic the bolts in thin air.
Yes. Alright, and your artillery is firing as well?
Cannon. Yeah, and he got, damn, an 18. So close. So
Alright.
close, baby.
This thing is, like, looking like whatever magic holds it together is very, very thinly hanging on. And that's your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Tiger's Eye is going to run on in. He's going to leave the flanking to Keith because he can get advantage by himself by doing a reckless swings. which is good because that was a natural 2.
Meta.
That was a natural 7, so the first attack misses. And swing with the offhand. That's a natural 7. Natural 19. All right, that hits for 1d4 plus nothing? Question mark. Yeah. 4 damage, reduced to 2.
I'm pretty sure Keep has a potion too.
Oh wait, Sandra's down, isn't she?
Yeah.
Damn it, I forgot about that.
But I can get over here.
Anyway,
I might provoke an opportunity attack.
the tables,
No.
by the way. Oh yeah, you wouldn't provoke attack of opportunity because you wouldn't be leaving its threat radius. But also, the tables just count as difficult terrain, so it just
I
takes
can
10
also
feet to
go
move
around.
over them if you were to walk over the table, if that was the
Gotcha.
method that you were to decide to do. Anyway, that's my turn. Don't wear it out.
Excuse me.
Alright. So from this square, I should be able to see all 4 corners of his square.
You are
through this
able to
door.
see him, yes. However, he does have 3/4 cover.
From the table or from the
Uh,
doorway?
From the... Actually, that's a good point.
Because
The doorway...
it can go through. It can go through the doorway and hit all 4 corners, so I shouldn't have cover from the doorway.
The doorway, it is crossing through, but it's not. It's only barely cutting through the doorway square. And there's like wall in here, because this door is as thick as the wall. So. And we'll call it half cover.
What if I moved up to here?
The table is what's providing half cover.
Oh, okay. Pew pew. Where's my sheet? Alright. A not magic missile offensive spell. The list is Firebolt and Ray of Frost. We're doing Firebolt.
Alright, so hold
I'm
on.
spending
real
a
quick.
lucky point.
Before you do any of that, so you do want to move here instead of standing back here? Actually, it wouldn't make a difference. Never mind. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
I would prefer to stand back, but it shouldn't matter. Alright, I spent 2 fucking lucky points on 1 roll
All right.
to get a 21.
That hits.
8 fire damage.
And he's down. Also, if the square that you were in was literally 5 feet further from him, he wouldn't have been able to see you.
That's funny.
So, yes.
So I'd have advantage? What?
Yes, you would have had advantage if you had been 5 feet further away from him. Anyway, combat ends. Congratulations, you've just felled a helmed horror. And I suppose all that's really left to do in here is to, give Sandra a healing potion. And, like, if somebody else really wants to DM next week, then we can pretty much wrap in, like, 2 minutes. But otherwise, I can get, like, a full session out of what's left here.
I'm fine.
Honestly, I'm okay with you continuing.
I'm
next
okay
week.
with that too.
I would like to loot the body, which just means picking up the suit of armor and dumping it on the halfling who owns it by rights now.
So, it is, in fact, a set of full plate armor and a shield.
Nice.
Size for a Loxodon.
It is, in fact, also sized for a Loxodon.
If it's magical armor, doesn't it size to?
It is not in and of itself magical armor. You have killed the magic that was animating this thing.
Mm.
I
Alright, so
actually
talk
don't know
about-
if magic armor still does that.
We can talk about me checking out this entire laboratory later.
yeah. If
Yeah.
we want to just call it, we can.
Yeah, we probably should. We're like 15 minutes over time.
Alright, good night, Gabe.
Alright.
Night.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching, and to everyone who watched this episode live on twitch.tv/dragonfishplays. An especially big thank you to my patrons, Archer Kasai and Savannah Broadway. If you would like to join them, please head over to patreon.com/dragonfishplays. Likes, shares, and subscribes are also greatly appreciated. Until next time, stay safe and take care of one another.